make the peaches and the blueberry cake, here I've got 2 large peaches. In case if you have small peaches, you may need 3 to 4 peaches, or it may depend upon the size of your cake pan. And in this other bowl, I've got 125 grams of blueberries. We may need a full lot of the blueberries, or we'll be just adding a few. 2 and 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour or paint flour, half a teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 2 eggs, half cup of yogurt. You can take whole milk or skimmed or low-fat yogurt. I'm using low-fat yogurt. And in case if you do not want to add yogurt, then you may add some sour cream also. Here I have taken 1.5 cups of milk, again at room temperature. I am taking skimmed milk, but you may even use full fat, low fat, or even skimmed. Half cup of butter, 3/4 cup of white granulated sugar, a tablespoon of vanilla essence. Before we start baking, let me remind you that we have to preheat our oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I have buttered my cake pan, and we have lined it with the parchment paper. And don't forget to butter the sides as well. So now we start. Here I have got the all-purpose flour, and into that I'm going to add the baking soda, salt, and the baking powder, and we're going to give it a good mix. And you have to make sure that you mix the soda well, and if you want you can sift it, no issues. Just make sure that the soda is mixed well, otherwise you will have bitter taste in your cake. In another bowl, we are going to start by whisking our butter. We are just going to whisk it till it turns nice and smooth, and then we are going to add our sugar into it, and we're going to beat it well till it turns nice, creamy, and we have to incorporate some air also into this. Don't forget to scrape the sides of your bowl, because most of the sugar and the butter, it just flies off and sticks to the sides of the bowl. So now we're going to add our egg. We're just going to add one at a time, and then beat it really well till it is well incorporated. Don't forget to scrape again from the sides of the bowl. Next goes in the other egg. Now I'm adding the vanilla essence to it. Just give it a mix so that it is mixed well. And now I'm going to add the yogurt into it. Now if you do not want to add yogurt, you may add sour cream. That also gives a very good taste. We are going to add the equal amount. And now we are going to add our dry ingredients in 3 portions. So I'm just going to add about 1/3 portion of our total dry ingredients, and we're going to alternate it with milk. So the rule of baking is such that if you're going to start with the dry ingredients, you have to end with the dry ingredients. So here we're going to mix the dry ingredients, and don't forget to scrape it from the sides of your bowl. And now I'm going to add half of the milk, and we are going to mix it again well. And as you can see, we are again adding the another portion of the dry ingredients, and we are going to mix it again. Don't forget to scrape it from the sides, because you do not want specks of dry flour into your cake. And then again I'm going to add the rest of the milk into it. Now the final portion of our dry ingredients goes in, and we have mixed the flour well. And into this I'm going to add about half of the blueberries, and we're going to fold it into our flour, and then just pour the entire batter into our parchment lined cake pan. I like to make it into a circle, but you may even make it into a square pan. And now I've just cut my apricots into slices, and as you can see, I have cut a wedge of apricot, and I have removed the seed and the skin under the seed. I'm cutting the wedge into half, and then we are just going to layer it on our cake. The peaches that I'm using is whitish, but if you want, the yellow color would look definitely very good. And there is one more thing I need to tell you, is that you should always taste your fruit first before you make a cake. If your fruit is, sometimes the peaches might be tart. Now we are going to layer the blueberries over our cake. Just drop it here and there over the apricots, the peaches. And you may even use apricots. I have made this cake earlier with plums, and they tasted great. And the peaches that I'm using are absolutely tasteless. So I am going to sprinkle some brown sugar over my peaches. They're going to give some sweetness as well as add to some color to our cake. So this is going to go in the preheated oven, which is getting preheated at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 180 degrees centigrade, and we're going to bake it till 25 to 30 minutes, or until we prick a toothpick into the center of the cake. It should come out clean. Here our peach and blueberry cake is ready. I have kept it on a wire rack to cool in the pan for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then we will remove it from the pan and let it cool again on the wire rack for about 15 to 30 minutes till it comes down to room temperature before we cut into a slice, because it's pretty wobbly right now. So guys, here our peach and blueberry cake is ready. As you can see, the blueberries have melted so well and they are looking like they have turned into jam, and as you can see, the peach, it is still firm to the touch, and but it is a bit soft, and if you see, the crust is a bit crusty, but as you keep it, the next day it's going to turn soft. So guys, do give it a try, post me your comments and share my videos with your family and friends, and do like us on Facebook and subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching my video.